Alright, so these are the infamous Madballz 7. This is a cross between a Chocolate Bhut Jolokia and a yellow 7-pot. And they do have a reputation for being pretty hot. So not a stable cross yet, but what we're looking for are burgundy coloured pods like this and vast quantities of oil. And you can see how shiny that is. I'm even shaking to the point now where you probably can't see the oil. There's just huge amounts of capsaicin oil in these, and lots of placenta. As you can tell, our birds really want to be included in the act, but of course they don't have capsaicin receptors, so they don't really care about the capsaicin. So here we have two. One for me and one for my friend Paul. And these are from Romy 6 from Jamie again. Thanks, mate. But they smell very much like Nagas, and they have this interesting burgundy toffee colour. But God, they look mean. Just, oh God, look at that. So I'm going to go and psych myself up and come back in a minute and try and eat one of these without my head exploding. Hi, I'm Nigel Carter and I'm here to do another ridiculous chili review. Today we have a special one. Today we have Madballz 7, which is, I think as I've said in some of the preamble that you'll see, it's a cross between a chocolate ghost pepper, a chocolate Bhut Jolokia, and a yellow 7-pot. And I'm not sure what generation we're up to with these, but probably 3 or 4 would be my guess, which means that it isn't a stable strain yet. And that means that there is some variety on how the fruit comes out, how the chili pods come out. I have seen pictures of people with red ones, with burgundy ones, and with chocolate coloured ones. I think the idea is that they should be burgundy in the stable strain, and that's what people seem to be selecting for, the burgundy colour. And this one here is, let's see, where are we? This one here is that burgundy colour. It's a very strange colour. It's almost red and caramel mixed together, if you like. But there's Paul. Paul with his, he's going to do one with me as well. And with him being an MD, if we get sick, he's going to be able to treat us. Heal thyself, physician. Is that right, Paul? And that's Jill. So, Madballz 7. Here we go. Let's see what the damage is.
Down in one.
And those are immediately quite hot. Oh yeah, that's cool. This one smelled a little bit more like a Bhut than the other one did. The other one smelled a bit more like a 7-pot. And you can taste both of them, or at least I think I can. But this is a real throat burner. It goes down the back of your tongue, goes straight to the back of your throat, and yeah, it starts to make your throat go a little bit. But there's a lot of tongue burn too. It's not all throat. It's a little bit more like the yellow Primo, in that it goes to the back of your throat, sits there a bit, but makes you cough, but doesn't build as much as a brain strain does. It builds in your mouth, in your tongue, your cheeks, roof of your mouth, the top of your head comes off. Yeah, this is pretty hot. Now they're not brain strain hot, but it's still building still giving me a really strong burn. It's a very aggressive burn. Even though some of these chilies hurt more, the burn on this one is really fierce. Yeah, the back of my throat is just starting to hurt a bit, but it's mainly tongue and mouth. Back of the tongue, top of the mouth. That's very hot. Wow. And my tears are hot. So my hot tears are back, so that tells you it's a really hot one. Where are we? What do you think, Paul?
Holy shit.
Yeah, holy shit. That's a fair comment. That's a very hot chili. As I say, it's not as hot as a brain strain. But it's getting up there. It really is getting up there. That's probably, the third or fourth hottest chili I've ever eaten. And it's still building. It's still building in my mouth, and now it's hurting the back of my throat a bit more. Yeah, and now all the tears have started and dripping, and it's still building. Boy, that's quite a ride. Yeah, it's a very aggressive burn. It really is. Very painful. Some of these burns aren't as painful as this. This is really aggressive. Oh, my eyes are stinging like crazy now.
Oh, hands are numb.
So Paul's hands are numb. He gets a pretty good endorphin rush normally. I'm not getting much of an endorphin rush yet, but we're still building. Yeah, it's still building. Oh, that's really starting to get very hot. Wow. Oh, and here comes the endorphins. Okay, now we're getting endorphins. Now I'm starting to get shaky. That was really up there. That is hot. Wow. And it's getting hotter. It really is getting hotter. All down. I'm heating up all the way down into my stomach now. And my throat is very sore. And my lips and all the way back in my mouth are sore rather than just hot. Oh. Finding it very difficult to talk now. That's a really hot one. Finding it difficult to talk because I've got so much pain in my mouth. Pain in my mouth and my throat. I'm finding it very difficult to speak because it hurts like hell. It's definitely not the endorphin rush I get from the brain strains. It's more painful than a brain strain, but it's not as hot. I know that sounds a little crazy, but that's the best way I can describe the burn. A very painful burn. Without that much heat to it, it's really sore.
Coming down. It's peaked.
So Paul's has just peaked. Mine is just about peaking now. Yeah, the pain is going away slightly, but only slightly. Oh, that's the most pain I've had from a chili, no question. not the most heat, which seems a little strange to say, but that just flat out hurts. The endorphin rush is nothing like the endorphin rush I get from the brain strain. I have a slight endorphin rush, I'm a little bit shaky, but not much. Slightly lightheaded, but not so much. Oh, what can I say about the flavour, I suppose, now that I can think a bit straighter. As I said, the flavour is very much like a cross between a Bhut Jolokia and a 7-pot. There's elements of the 7-pot to it, there's elements of the Bhut to it. Not too surprising as that's the cross, but often the crosses will take one side or the other. This one seems to have taken both and combine them in an interesting way. The flavour's good. I like the flavour a lot, but it's very nice indeed. But holy crap, that really hurts. It's very hot, but as I say, and I keep on saying, it's a very painful heat. So I'm on the way down. My endorphin rush hasn't really increased so much. I'm a little bit lightheaded, but not as much as a couple of minutes ago. I'm slightly shaky, but nothing special. Sweat's pouring out of me. And the way these things peak and then come down is it peaks, the pain peaks, and then it comes down, and it's still painful. It's not like heat, like brain strains or marugas. It's not that kind of heat. There's a lot more pain involved, which in and of itself is interesting. I wonder if it means that over different levels of capsaicin analogues, but not analogues, metabolites. Yeah, that's a pretty great chili. My throat's it's starting to I don't know what it's doing to my vocal cords, but they're probably feel like they've been fried in oil, capsaicin oil. Yeah, it's not so bad. Down the esophagus into the stomach's no big deal. That's not pain at all. It's all mouth pain and to an extent the back of the throat, but mainly mouth. The hot tears, again, they only last about a couple of minutes when I first have them. Yeah, and I've got Jill, my wife, is telling me I've got snot running down my nose as well. So that's nice of her to mention that. Thanks for that.
No, I didn't know if it was hot. Like your tears.
No, it's not. I don't get it. I don't get heat there. My tears aren't hot anymore. It's just the first few minutes. But I'm still in pain. That's a very interesting chili. Very interesting. Very different sensation. Great flavour. I'm sure it'd be great for cooking with, because I love that flavour. I love 7-pot flavour. I love Naga and Ghost flavour. And that's Baby. Baby, our mealy Amazon, who I have no doubt is wishing she was up here eating the seeds, because as she doesn't have capsaicin receptors, she wouldn't care. Maybe she was shouting encore, I'm not sure. But yeah, that's a very interesting chili. Very interesting. I'm glad I saved the seeds on those. Great flavour, great look to it. Unbelievable pain. Much more pain than heat. I mean, hot, don't get me wrong, it's scalding hot. But yeah, what can I say? Pretty much down to an all-over mouth burn now. It's largely down to pretty manageable proportions. I've got no real concerns about anything it's going to do to me now. It's done its worst, and I've suffered badly. Seems about right. So I think we'll leave it there. This is Nigel Carter saying thanks very much for watching, and we'll do some more soon. I have a Reaper to try, and I'm sure as hell not going to do that today, but we'll try that soon. Thanks very much.